There are a ton of life hacks out there that are super general and vague, but if you are juggling all the things and you want some hacks that you can start diving into right now, I'm going to share all of it with you in this episode. Hi there, I'm Chelsi Jo, and I am a systems obsessed wife, mom, business owner, and lover of a lot of things, probably just like you. If you're trying to juggle your work, family, home, life, all of the different things, making money, cooking, cleaning, laundry, dishes, schedules, I could go on and on and on. These are the exact hacks. And not only just hacks, but like really important things that you probably have been trying to piece together all over the internet. I'm sharing them with you right now. These hacks I use all the time. Have been using them for years to help me grow this multiple six-figure business, full-blown team while I've been raising my kids, homeschooling, serving in multiple different capacities, supporting my husband, transitioning his career and his business, and all the things. Are you excited? I am. We've got 6 specific hacks that we're going to jump into right now. Here's the thing that I want you to know before we get started is these things are intended to be on repeat. They're supposed to be really simple. They're things that I want you to put in place, and I want you to do them every single week over and over and over and over again. That is the real hack of all the things that I'm going to share with you today. But here's the first and most important system that you can also call a life hack, and it's meal planning that doesn't take forever. Now, I've had a meal planning system in place for many years that I'm still using, but yes, I am actually using ChatGPT to help me with my meal planning. Let's break it down. What is the hack? Well, first of all, the hack is to make sure that you have your meals planned, specifically your dinners, every single night of the week. Monday through Friday is the most important, to make sure that everyone is fed and you're not going through drive-through all of the time. But simply put, you just need a plan in place. We've used menu cards that look like little index cards for many years. It's morphed and we make it decorative sometimes, and sometimes we write it on the whiteboard on the fridge. But for the most part, nearly every single week of our life, I have down that Monday we're eating thistles, and Tuesday we have a family dinner that's specifically hamburgers, whatever it is that we're having, right? Wednesday is a crock pot meal. Thursday is kind of free for all, kids' choice. We've got leftovers by that point. Friday's eating out. And then every week I pull from our meals that are our family's top favorites and we plug them in. They get to pick them up, pick them out, and put them up on the board. Honestly, that's really all you need. If you want to take it a step further, you can jump into ChatGPT, tell it your family's favorite meals, and then every week you can sit down and you can meal plan with ChatGPT. It'll spit it right back out to you. What shopping lists you need, especially if you feed it specifics. My ChatGPT knows the depths of where I shop and what food I get at what store, and I don't have to remember that anymore. Then it spits it out in this beautiful list that I copy and paste into my notes app on my Mac, and then it shows up here in my notes app. This little teeny tiny notes app inside of here that syncs with my computer has made meal planning insanely simple. This is saving my brain and my budget and my heart so much stress, and I don't really ever at all hear anymore, "Hey mom, what's for dinner?" All right, let's hit hack number 2, which is my all-time favorite, and it's a communication board. If you do not know the power of a communication board, this hack is going to change your life. And what is the hack? I want you to simply stop repeating everything that you're saying on a regular basis out of your mouth and get it up on a board that you put in your main traffic area of your house. So look, your menu board that we just talked about, that meal plan, that should be communicated out to the family, not in your head, not in your phone, not even in your paper planner, which we are going to talk about in a little bit. But the truth is, that is one part of your communication board. What are you constantly communicating to your family? Just put that down and put it up in a communication board, whether or not it's your schedule, your meal planning. We have our job board up there, which you might also call chores. We communicate quite a bit right there in that one main space in our house. Honestly, the main things that are happening from day to day are our routines. The calendar is really fun for the kids to be able to see and know. And whether or not you do this digitally or you do it old-fashioned like me, it's totally up to you. But the truth is, there is nothing more powerful in your family and for yourself as a mom that's juggling all the things than getting what's going on in your head out and put onto that communication board. Hack number 3 are routines, but 3 specific routines, 3 routines that will change your life. So listen, if you don't have any routines in place, I'm going to challenge you right now and help you to understand that although you may think you don't have any routines or systems in place, you actually have a ton of them. They're just not the ones that you want. They're not the ones that you really were hoping to have in place. They're not actually working for you, but you're still doing something systematically and routinely every single day. Whether that's being frustrated, things are getting left behind, arguing, yelling, nagging, complaining, crying, tantrums, laundry's piled up, dishes are left in the sink. You're routinely doing these things over and over and over again. So here's what you need to do. Life hack number 3 coming at you is to set up these 3 really specific routines. One is the before school routine. This is very timely for all of you that are right now going back to school. Very important. Before school routine, after school routine, and a bedtime routine. You don't have to put all of these in place right now, but it's really simple. While you're just taking in me talking right now, you can be thinking in your brain, oh, yeah, before school routine, here's the 4 things that we do, and I'm going to start making sure that they happen routinely over and over and over again. I'm also going to communicate them out loud and visually on the communication board. Same thing with your after school routine and as well as the bedtime routine. What are those things? Every single night you should know, and the kids should know, what time do you expect bedtime to be? What's going to happen as soon as the TVs are turned off or everything's cleaned up or dinner's done? Then what? These routines are absolutely going to help everyone have so much more peace. You're going to know what's coming next so you can get ahead of the kids, which is a huge part of this, but then they also know what the plan is and they're going to be able to support everything running like clockwork. Hack number 4. This is like my brain. This is my heart and my brain. This is where my intentions live. If you are having a hard time keeping up with what you're wanting to do and actually executing on it, and you feel like you're just running around doing a massive to-do list all the time, then hack number 4 is going to be your best friend. This is what I like to call my paper planner. Paper planner coming in hot. These are all of my paper planners that I've had over the last few years. I actually love the Dream Planner by Horatio Printing. This is the planner that I've been using for a really long time. I'm great friends with the creator and the owner of Horatio Printing. I'll definitely link that down in the description. But what about a planner is actually a life hack? Well, I use my planner not as my schedule. I have a Google Calendar for that, and you definitely should be using that. Bonus life hack is definitely the Google Calendar, but your paper planner is wildly important for understanding what your intentions are. We need to know exactly what we intend to do with our time. And so I use a 5-block method. This is my time blocking method that I put inside of my paper planner. And this tells me what I'm supposed to do every single day. Not where I'm supposed to be, but what I'm actually trying to get done. And so all of my routines, after school routine, before school routine, that's all in here, along with a couple other things that are really important to help me stay on track. This is not fancy. It might look a little fancy to you if you don't know the system yet, which I can definitely help you with. I have a free time blocking workbook that will teach you exactly how to do this. Looks a lot like this. You can go to chelsijo.co/time blocking workbook. I will teach you exactly how to do that. You can put it in any planner, but again, this one is absolutely stunning, beautiful. It has a lot of other really wonderful assets inside of this planner that will help you. But what I have seen over many, many, many years of coaching other women with time and task management in their home and their business is that using a Google Calendar to get by in your life is not helpful. It's helpful to an extent for some things, but for your entire day, from the time you wake up until the time you go to bed, knowing exactly what you want to do at that time, how you want to spend that time is vitally important. Otherwise, you are leaking 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour all over your day. Add that all up and you could literally get back hours a day, every day of your life. That, my friends, is an incredible hack. We've got 2 more really practical hacks that you can go and get done and put in place right now with no further knowledge, skills, resources, anything. These have changed the game for me. So my 5th hack that I'm going to give you is an organized fridge. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but hear me out. I have gotten to a point to where I have an actual system inside of my fridge. And yes, it hinges upon organization, but actually I've figured out how to take this brain where I normally organize normal things in my work and in my home, and I've put it in place in my fridge. So every single spot in my fridge has a purpose. We've got fruit in one spot. We have meat in one spot. We have cheese in one spot. All leftovers are always on the top shelf. All of our dairy is always in the middle. Everybody knows where to find everything at all times. And can I tell you that having the kids' snacks very accessible to them, making sure that everyone knows where to find leftovers, making sure that everything is very orderly, not only allows everyone else to be able to feed themselves way more often and saves me so much time, but also restocking the fridge every single week has cut down on the time that it takes. I can clean it way faster and we're wasting way less food. All from one simple practice that I've put into my life is making sure that we have an organized fridge. Now, I have clear bins and I love what it looks like now and it's pretty. And for the most part, everything also looks really nice. No, I'm not one of those YouTubers or people on Instagram that has like a really fancy inside of my fridge. I mean, we really want to make our fridge functional and not just cute for a video, but I have tried to make it appealing to me so that when I go in there, I really am drawn to making the most of it, cleaning it, taking care of it, and making sure that it's a space that actually serves nourishment for my family. If this isn't something that lights you up, I get it. Not everybody has that little teeny tiny gene in their body that I do. But here's the process for me. Whenever I bring groceries home, every single time when we put groceries in the fridge, everything comes out that is no longer usable. All the containers get washed and they get dried, put away. The fridge is basically empty for the most part. I wipe everything down before I put everything back. I typically am the one that's doing this. There's other people in the family that are starting to pick up and they can see the organization. I've repeated it enough times now that my husband can basically find stuff when he opens the fridge now. It's not just like stand there and stare at it and wait for something to hit you. I've strategically put things in place to where the stuff in the very back, I know no one else is going to need or will be looking for it, like my favorite chocolate peanut butter cups from Trader Joe's. Do you guys know about this? If you put them in the fridge, they're amazing. Tell me in the comments what your favorite thing is to hide in the fridge, because every mom does this. No more mystery leftovers that are stanking up the fridge. You are going to be able to finally get dinner on the table, and everyone else is going to be able to find stuff in the fridge too. Last but certainly not least, this hack is my favorite hack. This is a laundry hack that literally is a hack. This is short, straight to the point, and it has changed the game for making sure that we can actually keep up with laundry. What is it? How are you doing your laundry now? I'd love to know. Does it look a lot like everybody has their own bin, or everyone throws darks and whites and lights together? Do you have a laundry room? What does that process look like for you? Well, I know for me, it was pretty classic and pretty typical for a really long time until insert life hack. I got very tiny laundry bins for every single person in the family. What do I mean by that? Well, I went and got a little toy bin. They're very small, and I use these as laundry hampers because what I've come to find is that everyone's typical behavior is to wait until a laundry hamper is overflowing. When my kids' laundry hampers are full, which we've timed this, and we now know that this happens about once a week. So honestly, Mondays are kind of when we're all home. We like to play a lot over the weekend, and Mondays have become like our laundry day. It's a pretty chill day at home. Families together, we're cooking together, we're hanging out together. Everybody gets a load of laundry done. But you may have a bigger family. That one teeny tiny basket for every person in the family, when it fills up or even when it gets overflowing, that laundry hamper can still fit inside of the washing machine. And so we only have one small load that we do. Yes, that means we wash our darks and our lights together. And I got over it a long time ago. I don't really care. Most of my kids' clothes get wrung through the ringer all the time anyway. Our good things we may pull out, hand wash what we need to. And we're learning, the kids are learning how to do that and we're teaching them. But I cannot even tell you that it's so much easier to fold the small load of laundry and actually get it put away compared to having 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 loads of laundry and then trying to get through all of that in a day and trying, which it's actually not a day. If you're going that long between laundry, then you've waited way too long. Having a small hamper in everyone's rooms, they wash it, they dry it, put it back in the hamper, they take it to their rooms, and everybody folds and puts them away from there. All of this starts from that one little teeny tiny hamper. Now look, if you have a huge family and you have a lot of laundry to do, you may need to do this more than once a week, and that's a really simple addition to this hack that will absolutely work for every family. So I just went through some of my favorite hacks. I'd love to know what your favorite hack is. Share it down in the comments. If you are new here, I would love for you to like and subscribe. This is a growing YouTube channel that I am super excited to continue filming and sharing every system that I have in my home. We are here to make sure that you have the ability to balance your home and your work, put both of those things together without losing yourself, and what a wonderful, joyful home you will be able to have. These hacks are going to help your house run a lot smoother, and I know that they have helped me feel a lot more calm, and I hope that it does the same thing for you. If you're planning on trying one of these hacks or it spoke to you, please let me know. I love it whenever everyone else comes back and shares their hacks with me. What a fun opportunity to grow in this community together. If you want to build all of your systems for your entire home, not just little teeny tiny hacks, please make sure that you check out all of my resources that are linked down inside of the description. We've got systems for you in your home and your business. Put those together. I would love to see you inside of my group coaching program. And if not, I'll see you back here for the next episode right here on the Systemize Your Life YouTube channel.